Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Bed Tech Show. We're your hosts, Ben and Ethan, and we are excited to bring you some tech news here at bedtime. We got an awesome show set for you today. We are going to be doing some throwback commercials and getting our reactions and as well your reactions. We hope that each of you tell us what you think. Tell us if you think these are the funniest commercials ever, and whether commercials these days can even stack up to what they were back in the day. I don't think they can, but I digress. So, with that, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to go and swing with the fences here, and probably go through one of my favorite commercials ever. Go ahead and share my screen here. I bet you can know what this one has been.
I know this one. I know this one. We always talk about it.
Yes. Okay, I have to make sure that sound is going to come through on this.
All right. Let's see. Adjust my lighting. I'm like just super bright right now.
Okay, I think it is. Here we go.
I don't got any audio.
Don't have any audio. Okay.
No audio.
Good. Let's do this and sharing options.
Maybe it's me on my end.
There used to be like a button that would say share your audio too. Aha, there we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. So it's not a you problem, it's a me problem.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Oh, see, that's just a classic.
Dude, that is so good. I forgot the different aspects of the different aspects of the phrase they use. Like, Billy, you can ship your pants. I can't wait to ship my pants. This little Billy just pops out of there. I can't wait to ship my pants. Dude, I don't know who came up with that, but whoever did is a marketing genius.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's so funny. It's almost like they came up with the phrase first and then was like, let's just make this a new service line as opposed to the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so good. That commercial is incredible. It is one of the best, if not the best, commercials for like a retail store like Kmart. And it's just iconic, man. I cannot get over how funny that is.
Yeah, and then the fact that, with how good that was, it really makes me wonder why Kmart didn't continue to stay in business with how good their marketing was with that. Because I mean, not only did they do that, they did a commercial a year later along the same lines because they had the big gas truck with the big gas man.
Oh, that's
and the
right.
big gas savings.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I mean, like, their marketing was just spot on. And yeah, again, I can't remember like a commercial that has gone to that level of hilariousness, and just that was like on a whole nother level with everything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, hilarious. And they also did, like, right after that, I think a few months later, they did a well, I can't remember what it was. It was based off of the Christmas Carol. So they did a very similar thing where they didn't they only changed like a few words. And I've got to share this. You'll find it hilarious as well. All right, here we go.
Ship my trousers. Right here. Ship my trousers. You're kidding.
You can ship your trousers right here.
Mary, did you hear that?
I did, Bob. I just may ship me bloomers.
Yes, you should ship your bloomers, and Timmy, you should ship your trousers too.
I can't wait to ship my trousers. Trousers, Dad.
I just shipped my petticoats, and it was very expedient.
Very expedient.
I just shipped my wardrobe.
I just shipped my robe.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it for you at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free. Shop your way at Kmart. Get in, get more Christmas.
So funny.
Good way to bring in the
I haven't
Christmas spirit.
Yeah, I never saw that Christmas one. That one's awesome too. It's very funny. I like how they throw on the British accents, change the lingo a little bit. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, why change something that's working? Just change
Oh,
a
yeah.
little. That
Yeah.
was great.
It's incredible. That commercial is so good. It just, like I said, it's iconic. It'll go down in history as one of the best, if not the best. But I agree. It's like, man, Kmart really must have screwed things up when they have amazing marketing like that, and then they just still go out of business.
Go
you
out of
know?
business,
Like,
yeah.
What are they doing? So
I think Fisker should have probably done something like that. And maybe
Yeah.
that maybe would have saved the brand.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Fisker needs to come up with some incredible marketing for their vehicles that are hilarious. So, like, I feel like when a company is failing or when they screw up, the best way to handle it from like well, maybe not the best way, but one really good way to handle it from a PR perspective is just lean into whatever it was,
Yeah.
lean into the humor, lean into the comedy, like allow your audience to like have some humor with you of the thing that you did. You know what I mean?
I
At
agree.
least that's my opinion. Like, for example, Xbox with their refrigerator, right?
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't say, well, their Xbox is being made fun of for a refrigerator. And so they lean into it. They make an actual refrigerator. Or Halo 5 with the graphics of the one Brute. I think it's a Brute. And they call him Glenn. And then Halo and Xbox lean into it. They like start making memes of the Brute named
Yeah.
Glenn. They're like Glenn disapproves or like other things like that. And I think that's comical, and it builds even better brand loyalty because people are like, all right, these guys actually have a sense of humor. Like they
Yeah.
understand what they did wrong and they're leaning into it. Or they understand that they're like maybe not in the best position, but they're leaning into the humor of things. So
Yeah, I agree. And now Xbox has made a toaster of the Series S. I don't know if you've seen that.
no, I have not seen that. That's
Yeah, they have a
incredible.
Series S toaster. And when you toast it, it'll toast an Xbox logo onto your toast.
That's awesome.
I'm really
That's
tempted
awesome.
to
I
get
might
one.
need to buy.
Yep.
Yeah, same. Same. I need to buy it. That's cool. There was I don't know if you saw this on social media, but the US Navy, they posted a picture. It's like a series of pictures, but they posted the first photo is a guy holding a rifle with a certain scope, and I can't remember the rifle, I can't remember the scope. I don't know guns and weapons as well as
Mhm.
someone in the military, but I did see that like this was getting a lot of traction on comments, and I was like, why is this? So I look at the comments, and everyone's calling out the scope was backwards on the rifle. The guy is holding it wrong. He's like holding it like up here, and like the butt is not even in like his like chest shoulder area. It's like resting on top,
Oh
like
gosh.
resting on his shoulder, and he's holding it like this, like, and the scope's backwards. The scope is installed backwards, and then the barrel, the barrel apparently it's not like beaded properly or sealed properly,
Mhm.
so it's not even like fully on apparently. And the Navy, US Navy posted this to their Instagram.
Oh, dude.
Everyone's just ripping them apart. So then like a couple days later they delete the post, and then they just try and erase it by their post amount has increased significantly. It's just like multiple times a day every day they're posting new things, and everyone comments like, "We will never forget backward scope," just ripping into him. And in my mind, I'm like, Navy, just lean into it. Like,
Lean
post
into it.
another photo of someone holding like the bazooka backwards or something, something
Yeah.
ridiculous. And, like blatantly obvious that you did it on purpose, just lean into it or something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, it was really embarrassing. So it's funny when you get companies who can lean into the humor of things, like Kmart. They lean into the humor of things.
Yeah.
And Xbox, Microsoft, they can do that. So
I think like the way the Navy could make that work is just saying this is what we have to do to make it a fair fight for everyone else.
yeah, see, that would work incredibly,
Yeah.
It's like complimenting our skills while also taking a jab at the enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's funny. I actually really like that. They should hire you, Ethan. What the heck?
I know. We could be making millions.
There you go. There you go. Great
Uh,
commercial to start off with, Ethan.
thanks. All right, what do you have for us?
All right. Well, I have one of them that's very similar to yours.
Ooh.
Is a
Like-
7-Up commercial.
Oh, I
you-
used to
I-
love those.
I posted a link. It's the third one in our list. Do you
Okay.
mind just pulling up on your end?
Yeah, I
So
can do that.
this is 7-Up commercial. I thought this was very clever play on words. In my opinion, very similar marketing aspect with humor that just makes you laugh a lot. So
Yeah, I used to love these. These were some of my favorite growing up.
yeah, so good.
Hey, I'm the guy who makes 7-Up. I also write the advertising. I just came up with a great new slogan. Make 7-Up yours. Make 7-Up yours. Thank you, I appreciate it. Make 7-Up yours, baby. People just love it. Make 7-Up yours! Hey, my man, make 7-Up yours. Make 7-Up yours.
Same to you.
Same to me. You see, it's catching on already. Hey, make 7-Up yours, man. Oh, we going global with this baby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's so funny.
I love
It's,
that. And I love
yeah.
that, marketing could get away with that. Because I feel like nowadays we have to be so politically correct about everything that there's no way that we'd be able to have anything even remotely close to that. Maybe that's why commercials were so good back in the 90s and 2000s, because we didn't have to be politically correct.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. It's like people are I feel like companies now have to tiptoe a lot more, and no one's really looking to be a little edgy. I mean, maybe there's some companies are, but maybe not like at this same humor level as this. But I agree. Companies are playing a lot safer now. There's still some humor. There's still
Yeah.
a lot of humor, but it's not quite the same. And it's a lot more careful humor. But this one's great. I still quote this one. I still quote this one. Anytime like the elementary school game heads up 7-Up, or like people bring up the drink 7-Up, or people will joke about the number 7, whatever it might be. I don't know. I always it's a trigger in my head, like make 7-Up yours.
Yes.
It's just so funny. I love it.
I love that. And like that was great. And that was like right about the same time that Mountain Dew was doing the when they had Code Red with the Kick in the Cherries campaign.
Oh, I don't remember this. I don't remember this. This is actually incredible. Can we pull this up? I have to find this.
I'm trying to find it, and I don't know what it is, but I remember them having say
She may
like
pull
the
it right
campaign
now.
was like, yeah, I want to kick in the cherries. And somebody was like, are you sure you want to kick in the cherries? And then so it kicks him, and then the guy's like, no, I wanted a Mountain Dew Code Red. He's like, oh, you wanted to kick of cherries.
Dang, that sounds so funny. I'm looking for it right now to see if we can find something like that, but oh man, I don't think I can find it. But anyway, that's actually really funny. I didn't know they had that commercial. That's really funny though.
Yeah, I might have to I might have to see if we can find it as we keep going. But yeah, I remember that. And that was something that I always quoted like in elementary school back in the day too.
Yeah.
So it couldn't have been something that I just made up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, for
that
sure.
may have been before the YouTube craze.
Yep. Yeah. But it's funny how you these commercials like you just talked about as a kid, 20 years ago, right?
Mhm.
25 years ago, maybe even. And it's like they're so good that I still remember them to this day, years later, decades later, right?
Yeah,
Imagine making a commercial that's so good that people remember it for decades.
yeah. That that's crazy. And I think like another hard thing that we have to overcome now is that there's not a whole lot of exposure to 30-second commercials anymore like there used to
Mm,
be. 'Cause I
yeah,
mean, we have everything that's streaming, and so everything is pretty much on demand, and the only time that we might get a commercial is if you're watching YouTube.
yep.
Um, and even
Or
those are like
yeah,
only 7 seconds.
yeah, yep, exactly. And they're so quick that there's not a lot of opportunity to put any type of humor in them.
Yeah.
Um, the only other case that I can feel like you get commercials is, you know, you're you are a commoner and paying the low tier subscription or paying the not paying at all and doing the freemium version of some
Yeah.
kind of streaming service. Sometimes like if you listen to the radio, there's commercials on there, but even then
Mhm.
it's like there's not a lot of I mean there's some humor, but it's not that good. And also I don't really feel like too many people well, I could be wrong here, but I feel like the radio's not as popular as it used to be. Just like how watching cable TV isn't common anymore.
Yeah.
Everything is streamed nowadays. So you make a really valid point. And maybe companies just aren't putting the level of effort into those longer commercials with humor because they know there's not as many eyes or ears paying attention to those commercials.
Yeah. I I think that's a pretty good point. Because I mean, really the only time that I watch commercials now is during the Super Bowl or during like any other sporting event where it's actual live TV.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and and I and to me it kind of seems like as the years go on with the Super Bowl commercials are not as good or not as funny as they were the year before or in years past.
Yeah. Yeah. I every once in a while you'll get a memorable commercial and I haven't found one for the last few years, or at least I haven't seen one in the last few years. There's been a couple that have made me really laugh where I'm like, okay, that was a really good commercial. That was really funny. But I can't remember what it was. I can't remember
Yeah.
what it was. I just remember having that feeling of like, oh, okay, that was actually really funny. But yeah, speaking of Super Bowl, actually one of my links that I have on the
Okay.
list is a Super Bowl commercial one. It's the one that the next one on our list. It's
The
a
Doritos
Doritos.
one?
I
Okay.
I quote this one all the time. I quote this one all the time, and I'll tell you why after. I'm sure you'll understand why after we watch it.
Okay. That's the beginning. This one is hilarious.
Hey, are you gonna finish those?
Sorry, they're already gone.
No, they're not. You left the best part.
No, I'm pretty sure they're.
Cheese. I love Doritos. Doritos!
Oh, dude, I love that commercial. I love that one.
That is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love that one. And dude, I eat cheese all the time. I eat cheese all the time, whether it's like on my burrito, in my burger, whatever it might be. But I always quote that cheese. It's just so funny. And like my favorite part is he grabs his finger and he starts like sucking on it like a baby on a pacifier. You know what I mean? Like he just finger in his mouth. He's like,
You left the best part.
Not the best part. Dude, that one is, I have always remembered that one from the Super Bowl. But I think that was a long time ago. I think that was maybe
Yeah.
2011, early 2000s. Well, maybe not early, but like, you know what I mean? 2011.
Yeah, 2011.
Okay, yeah, so 2011, yeah.
Yeah, that good times.
Yeah, that one's good. My so I on when I lived in the Philippines as I was a volunteer for a church, the president of like our mission absolutely loved Doritos. And I was in a position where I was like very supportive of him, and almost day in and day out we worked together with the president. And dude, he would always have his Doritos bag. Always would have it. And he would get like the huge one. He'd get the big like family size. And his phrase for those, and it was always nacho cheese Doritos. And his phrase that he would always use is, I was like Elder Johnson, he'd be like, Elder, you can't just have one. And it was like they're so good that you just keep eating. And it's true. I'm not big on those Doritos at all. I'm not a fan of those Doritos. But for some reason, anytime I eat one, I'm like, all right, that was actually better than I thought it would be. I'm gonna get another one. And I just keep going. And I keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. And so those are like the two memories I have in my head of Doritos, is that commercial, and then just living in the Philippines on my mission and just eating Doritos with the president. It's fun.
Cheese.
Cheese.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of this next commercial that I have. It's like one of those ones that you that like starts out really weird and you're not quite sure what to expect of it, and then right at the end it like surprises you. So this one, I think this was another Super Bowl commercial back in the day, and the end, it's like such a trigger. When I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing.
At the river mouth, the bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon, which is exactly what we at John West want. John West endure the worst to bring you the best.
No.
That's my favorite. Oh, look, an eagle.
Dude, the bear scream is so funny. I did not remember that at all. I remember the commercial. I remember the commercial being funny, but the bear scream, it just perfectly demonstrates exactly how every dude feels when he gets kicked in the nards. It's like you're just rocked, just done. That commercial's so good.
Yeah, and I love that because, like, you know, it's really subtle. I mean, even during the bear fight, it's still pretty subtle, and then all of a sudden, just that right at the end, that just kills you over.
Yeah. Oh man, that one's really good. Love that one. I assume that's like, I don't even know the brand, but I assume that's like was it like a fish brand, salmon brand? Or
Yeah,
something like
salmon.
that?
I think it's canned salmon.
Canned salmon. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, something I had never heard of before.
I've never bought it, but I remember the commercial.
Yep.
Yeah. That's when you know you're doing like I don't know, maybe it's not a good job. But in my opinion, that's when you know like you're phenomenal at marketing and your product just isn't as quality as what your marketing team does. Like your marketing team is like all-star A+, but your product team is just like C level, you know? Like, guys, we gotta step up our game to make sure our product is actually good enough for what marketing's pumping out right now.
Exactly.
And that one's so good. I love that one. Another commercial that is memorable for me that I always quote. And this one I actually do always remember the brand just because of how funny it was. And I'm a pretty straight-laced guy. I don't really like to use swear words. And I definitely don't have a sailor's mouth. And so that's why this commercial has kind of resonated with me as a kid. But if you go to the last link I shared with you, this one's pretty funny.
I quote this all the time.
Yeah, same.
You son of a biscuit-eating bulldog.
What the French
Did you
toast?
think I wouldn't find out about your little doo-doo head cootie queen?
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?
Pickle you, kumquat!
You're overreacting.
No, Bill, overreacting was when I put your convertible into a wood chipper. Stinky McStink face!
You Hoboken.
Fabulous. New Orbit Raspberry Mint cleans another dirty mouth. For a good clean feeling, no matter what.
I love that one.
You lint liquor.
You lint liquor. I always quote the French toast part. Like whenever like I'm shocked at something in my family or like something happens,
Mhm.
I'll like look at my family member, it's like my wife or my kids, I'll be like, "What the French toast?" And my kids are like, "What? What are you saying?" But I just love saying that. It's so funny. There's a couple in there that I forgot about that are good insults.
Yeah, the cootie
Uh,
queen.
Yeah, it's so funny. That one's a good one. That was a really good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, it reminds me a lot of like how The Good Place was, because like that type of
Oh yeah.
type of humor was in that throughout the whole series, and
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I agree. The Good Place is a really good series. It's really funny in that aspect as well. My wife and I just recently rewatched Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a stop motion movie, but it's got like George Clooney, a bunch of other big voiceover
Oh, really?
actors. Yeah, I'd say it's like more dry humor, but it's actually really funny. And it's stop motion and the storyline is really good, but it's a very comical movie. And in the movie, they don't swear at all. They just replace every swear word with the word cuss. And so like George Clooney he voiceovers for a fox. And the fox is like looking at his kid. He's like, "What the cuss do I do about this kid? This kid's a cussing ridiculous cusser," or something like that. It's so funny. He's just like, "What the cuss? What the cuss you doing? What the cuss you just say to me?" So it's really funny. It reminds me of that a lot, you know.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's an older movie, but it's really good. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Mr. Fox.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's really funny. Stop motion, animated, but still really good. Very, very
Awesome. Yeah, I'll
comical.
have to check that
Yeah.
out. It also reminds me a little bit of oh, it was a Christmas movie that had Will Ferrell and shoot, now I can't think of his name.
Elf?
Not Elf. The guy who or person that owns
Oh,
Mint Mobile.
okay. It's like is it a oh man. See,
Married to
let's see if I can
Blake
find it.
Lively.
Oh yeah. Ryan Reynolds,
Ryan Reynolds, yes.
right?
Yeah. And so there's a song in there where it's called Good Afternoon. And good afternoon is like the most derogatory thing that you could say to anybody in that movie. And so like after they sang that, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say good afternoon to everybody too.
Spirited is the movie, right?
Yeah, Spirited.
Okay.
That's it.
I haven't seen it, but I gotta watch it. It's on Apple TV.
Yeah, highly recommend it. I think it's a
Okay.
very underrated movie, but I find it hilarious.
All right. I'm adding it to the list then.
Pretty much anything that Ryan Reynolds does, that I'm a fan of.
Yeah, same.
He's hilarious.
He's really, yeah, he's so funny. He's really funny. I like his stuff, though.
The last one that I have is an Old Spice commercial. And this was something that when I saw that I was just like, wow, this was actually very clever way of how Old Spice did their marketing back in the day. They had some really good commercials. And now I haven't seen a whole lot of it, but I think this one was one of the quintessence of their marketing campaign that they had.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamonds. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse. Hello, ladies.
Like so much going on in that, but I love it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like just with how much they had going on, they packed in so much. And it was kind of like, propaganda, but yet it was very pleasing and it makes you want to get Old Spice.
Yeah, you're right. You're spot on there. It's funny because I actually use Old Spice. That's like what I use for my body wash and for my deodorant. And I've actually used it for a really long time, at least on the deodorant side of things. And my wife, like when we first met, that's like I don't this is maybe it's a little weird, but she's like, you know how like some people they have their cologne or they have their perfume and like smells remind you of things, right? And she's like, yeah, that one scent of Old Spice just like reminds me of you. And now I'm like, well, crap, now I can't switch it. I have to
you
like
can't switch.
Like I'm stuck there because that's like my wife affiliates me with that scent and vice versa. So anyway, I use it, and I've had so many friends who are not Americans make fun of me for using Old Spice, and they're like, "Oh, Old Spice, that's like it's called Old Spice because it's like an old man's brand. Like you don't want Old Spice. It's like it's like the Buick of deodorants. It's like an old man's like version of deodorant." And I love Old Spice in this commercial because they make it seem like it's very much a manly man's like, if you want to be a man, you want to be me, and I wear Old Spice, and so for me, I'm like, no, look at this commercial, like this is like man's man, I want to be like him, so I'm gonna wear Old Spice.
I mean, yeah, Old Spice, that's kept your marriage together. So
100%.
Yeah.
If I switch it up, she'll be like, this is weird. I don't think I can keep going with this.
But yeah, I mean, this is like really cool. It's like definitely a manly man type of thing, and definitely something that we couldn't have nowadays with how the world is, which is just sad.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we need some more manly men commercials.
Yes, some manly man commercials.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like there's a few good commercials that have come up in the last couple of years, but I just can't remember them. Like I'm trying to think of them and I can't remember them. And I'm sure if I found them or came across them on YouTube, then like it would trigger in my mind, like, oh yeah, I do remember that commercial. But I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But these commercials are iconic that you just remember,
Yeah.
They either got catchy phrases in them or they're really hilarious and they're repeatable. Things stick when they're quotable and repeatable,
Yeah. And I think like a lot of companies, like if they could get back to this type of marketing, they would be able to move their products even in the type of economy where we're in like a bit of a recession. They would still be able to move their products in spite of that.
Yeah, I agree 100% because people will still buy things that are trending and hype, and when there's a lot of popularity around, even when there's a recession, I think people still buy the things they think are most important, which are their necessities and those things that provide them status or influence or any kind of social I don't want to say improvement, but like maybe value. And if you are participating in the popular trends and things that are happening, then you're going to want to buy the product that goes along with it and be able to be involved with the community that's around you. And like one product I think of that does this very well is Prime
Oh, yeah.
hydration drink. Like kids will pay crap ton of money for Prime hydration drink. Like I know kids are they were reselling bottles at school for like $7 a bottle. It's like,
No
that's just
way.
crazy. Yeah. $5 to $10 a bottle, dude. It's just crazy stuff. And it's because there's just so much hype around it, you know?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and there's really good influence from like popular influencers. And so if your marketing can build this hype and social community and backing, you just get such a stronger loyalty of customers, right?
Yeah. I like that. That's a great point. So
Yeah.
we need to bring back marketing. Maybe we should do a marketing campaign to bring back good marketing.
Yeah, bring back comedic marketing.
Or maybe we should just start a consulting business where we make marketing campaigns for other companies like that.
Yeah, maybe we do that. We should do that. That triggered a thought in my head of like, I feel like a lot of people are starting to rely on AI for marketing,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think AI is as witty as this stuff. Like a
Yeah.
lot of this stuff deals with social awareness and social constructs that AI can't really interpret and understand and apply into its creative machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have a lot of pop culture awareness
Yeah.
to bring that in as part of it. Because otherwise it's very I find like stuff that AI generates to be very bland.
Yeah. Yeah. Generic, right?
Yeah. And so I think, having that social awareness is key to getting to the ethos of people's emotion.
Yep. I agree. I like that word, ethos. I'm looking it up right now. Getting to the ethos of people's emotions. All right. I like it. One example that I think of this, where to like go off of your point, is Nike did this marketing campaign for Caitlin Clark. Do you know Caitlin Clark?
Mhm.
So she broke multiple records, but I think she all-time women's NCAA scoring record. Okay, and Nike had this campaign for her that said, "You break it, you own it." And she broke the record, so she owns the record, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's just like that right there is a social construct that humans understand, because you go to a store, it's like, oh, break it, you buy it, break it, you own it,
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, be careful with what you're playing with here. So it's this incredible play of words and
Yeah.
social construct that AI could never come up with,
Yeah.
AI would come up with very generic, like generic words to fill in for the marketing. Maybe there's some humor there, but it's, like I said, generic humor. It's
Mhm.
nothing clever and witty like this. So yeah,
I agree with that. Like Nike was spot on with that.
yeah, really
And
clever marketing.
yeah, and I think because of that, there might actually be hope for the WNBA a little bit.
Dude, for real.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
like, I know this is going to be really controversial, but I know like a lot of people have talked about how salaries in the WNBA are very, very minuscule as compared to the NBA.
Yep.
And I think a lot of that is because there's not a lot of support for the WNBA.
100% agree.
And hot take on that, it's because women don't even support that sport as well. And so
100%.
I think with this, there's going to start to bring in a newer demographic who would not have necessarily been interested in that, may start to bring that in, such that there would be more financial incentive to pay their players more.
Yep, 100% agree. I mean, it's a domino effect, and I think the hype around Caitlin Clark going into the WNBA, people are like, okay, male viewership and female viewership are both going to say, okay, I'm curious, is she really as good as people say she is?
Mhm.
Let's watch. They watch a game, they watch a second game, they watch highlights, and then they think to themselves, it's actually kind of fun to watch. Maybe I'll watch a little bit more. And then viewership starts to bump up a lot. Viewership bumps up, revenue increases, more revenue means more profit for WNBA and for players. So I think it's just a domino effect. And I think you're right. It's going to be, it'll be a really good thing for the WNBA's success. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is just a trend and we'll see like a spike in viewership and then a decrease afterwards, or if they can maintain. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, if Taylor Swift was dating her, you know, maybe that would have worked out a little bit better as far as viewership. But
maybe that could work.
yeah, I mean, I think Taylor Swift's going to have to get married to Travis Kelce in order for that to maintain. Otherwise, there's just going to be a big dip in viewership for the NFL.
I agree. I agree. A lot of people, when a breakup happens, a lot of people are going to be burning or throwing away those Travis Kelce jerseys.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs are going to lose half of their fan base.
Yeah. Significant amount of revenue gone.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. Let us all know in the comments which one was your favorite commercial. Why did you like it? Or what commercials did we miss that you remember and hold dear in your hearts? Let us know in the comments. As always, ring-a-ling that ding-a-ling button so you never miss any content as it's posted on the channel. Until next time, we'll catch you in the next one. Stay classy and have a great evening.
Peace.